Hello ladies and gents, so this is the Halo TV series trailer. Now, Paramount Plus, they copyright the absolute wazoo out of these videos, so I've already watched it. This is not a reaction, but it's more of a discussion, right? It's more of a discussion about what we see, little snippets of information, what I think looks good, what I think looks terrible. Cortana. And Cortana looks bloody awful. I don't get it. Why couldn't you make her translucent? Just make her more blue and turn up the opacity. What are you doing? It's so strange. But look, I mean, hey, look, we're getting a Halo TV series for the... That's it, we're getting it, which is, I mean, cool. Like, about bloody time, isn't it? So let's dive into it and have a look. Again, this is not... It's not like a in-depth breakdown. We're just having a look and chit-chatting about it. What did you think of the trailer, first and foremost? Let me know. I, on the whole, thought it was actually pretty decent. Genuinely thought it was pretty decent. There are, like I said, there are some bits and pieces that I thought were a little bit crap. Again, Cortana is just a really weird design choice. You'd have thought that they'd have gone, oh yeah, we'll make her a little bit more blue. She just looks too human, basically. But let's take a look, right? In terms of, like, the cinematography is great. Like, this all looks amazing. It looks big budget. It looks high end. There is nothing that anyone can tell me that, like, this looks high end, right? This shot, I'm presuming is at the start of the series. I'm presuming a lot of this is actually at the start of the series, sort of. And this looks to be like an insurrectionist sort of vibe, sort of rebels. Shooting with, surprisingly, quite modern weaponry. This here, this gun here, looks to be like an AK of some description. But it's interesting. It looks like they're all loaded up, ready to face off against the Spartans, right? And here you can see the design a little bit more there of that gun. As a set piece, it's great. It's a really good set piece. This character we see later on the line, later down the line, which has an interaction with the Master Chief. But here you have him. Boom! Again, nice big action. Like, this is a live action explosion, right? It bloody looks like it. Or maybe it's not, actually. I don't know, actually. That's quite difficult to... No. No, so that'll be a C... No, that's pretty a CG. That's pretty good, though, how they bend inwards like that. I'd assume some of it might be live action, though. My point is, it's nice to see. Like, it looks live. I don't know, maybe they're not. Maybe they're going up against the Covenant. Oh, well, either or, look. Whatever. I'm thinking back to the trailer again. I know, maybe they are going up against the Spartans. Or maybe the Spartans were called in. No, Spartans were called in and then they saved him. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Makes a bit more sense. But then why would you go up against... Oh, yeah, no, maybe. Anyway, opening shot. Like, we've seen this shot before of the Master Chief. Looks like a badass. I'll turn the subtitles on just so we can have a look at what's been said. I really like the costume. I really like the costume. I think they've done really well on the costume. Humanity's best weapon. Big old machine gun. Sound effects looks like they're taking it from the games, which is cool. I think they've done very well on the armor. I think the armor's decent. All of this, fires going off, cars blowing up. Like, this looks good. It all looks pretty decent. This as an explosion. I mean, look. You've got to get pretty vibrant colours in there to be like the game. And I think they've done a pretty good job of making that look good. Because they're pretty vibrant colours against orange and brown. And normally that would look trash. And as well, they've done a pretty decent job here of getting that to reflect nicely and glow off the buildings. I think they've done pretty well with this. Again, what I mean, like, it's difficult to make this look decent because it's like that's vibrant blue purples up against orange. The contrast can make it look complete garbage. But I think they've done really well there. Master Chief, huh? This is after he's saved her. That is great. Doesn't that costume look good? I think I've nailed that. Like, that is cool, man. They really have nailed that costume. Master Chief was enhanced and trained for one purpose. So they sort of go into the backstory of it. Good actor, Pablo Schreiber, in terms of physicality-wise. Pretty decent, like, sized chap. Master Chief was enhanced and trained for one purpose. This is a nice shot. Like, it's cool. I like how, you know, they sort of indicate the prowess of the Spartans. He walks in, immediately someone runs over, is like, fucking have this. Like, straight away. Like, have this gun. There you go, mate. And this is good. Nice little addition to a shot, which they didn't really need to do, right? Is as you come in here, you can see this. And it just swoops in by, and then it's gone. And then up through there. Nice. Doesn't have to be there, but they've done it, and it looks good as a result of it. Halsey. To win the war, he and the other Spartans. This is cool. Again, all the Spartans. I like the costumes. I like the costumes a lot. I think they've done well with the costumes. It's difficult to make them look good. Like, they look better than a cosplayer. Let's put it that way. Like, I've seen some cosplays which are fantastic, but these are above that. And normally, funnily enough, when these shows get made into live action, they look worse than cosplayers, right? So to say it looks better or on par with a cosplayer, I think is a pretty fucking high praise, to be honest, because cosplayers normally knock it out of the park. This shot is great. They look great. I don't know whether we really get a sense of the size. I mean, I guess we did with, you know, Master Chief. This shot's a little bit crap, a little bit dodgy CGI there, but it's still fine. Forgive some of it here and there. It looks like, you know, when Master Chief walks up and that little person hands him the gun, you kind of get a sense of the scale of the Spartans there, which is kind of cool. He's our effective weapon against the Covenant. And here we have... I don't think these are arbiters or anything like that. I think these are just pretty standard. This is just their armor, because they're all wearing that. This looks pretty decent. Like, the textures are good on the face. I think they've obviously spent a good amount of money on this. And even that addition there of the breath coming out. They've done well with that. Look, you can just see it subtly coming out of his mouth. It's good. They've done really well with that. Warthog. That's what called a warthog, isn't it? That looks cool. Like, everyone wanted to own one of them, didn't they? It's cool. He is lethal. Yes, so they must be going up against the insurrectionists. They must be insurrectionists. Anyway, he's lethal, upgradable. So that... Yeah, okay. This animation is not that bad. It has like a floating shadow. So here on his foot. And it's gone. Gone. Shadow's not too bad. Does look a little bit disconnected from the earth there. But like, again, pretty good. This is a good shot here. Good action. And this is why I don't think they're arbiters. But there's a few of them. All in the same armor. I think they look cool, man. That's a good shot there. Just bosh around the face. You know, fuck you, boy. Boom. Good. I think it looks good. I remember them in the Halo Forward Unto Dawn. I thought they looked wicked there. That was another one where they nailed the costume. Halo Forward Unto Dawn was epic. Again, here you get a sense of the weight behind the character, the scale, how big he is, the prowess. And that's what you want with this character. You want to feel... When you played Halo, you felt like this was a lumbering... Like, obviously, a bit of agility and stuff, but he felt weighty. I'm stomping around. You felt like an action hero, right? 'Cause that's what he is. He's an action hero. And they need to make this with that in mind. He is an action hero. They need to make it and project him out like that. Forerunner technology. Reclaimer. So they're going all, yeah, Forerunner. So this goes up, scans him. So someone on Twitter, this is a nice shot. Colours look decent. It looks cool. When I touched the object, I felt something. So someone on Twitter deciphered all these glyphs and it said scan, read, end or something like that. So it scanned him, gave him some information, then ended. So calling him a reclaimer, basically, I think. But that looks, this shot's a little bit dodgy. But again, it's a bright light. How do you do it properly? I mean, you could mute it, but then is it going to look like the game? It's quite difficult. Some of this stuff just doesn't translate that well. But I think they've done an alright job. This was quite good. Nice shot. Got the reflection in the visor pretty well there, actually, to be fair. I think they've done a reasonable job on a lot of this stuff. This is an interesting shot. Blood, I'm guessing. He's like hacked up someone. One of the Covenants. And he's sort of all going a bit, ooh. It felt different. So it's waking up, what he is, sort of thing. And then apparently they're going to start to explore a lot of Spartans and how they got made and stuff like that. This is a rejected Spartan. So that'll be cool. This is in an effort to humanize the character of the Master Chief. Makes sense that they would do that. They need us to feel for him a lot more as he goes through these things. It grounds him a bit more. That's why they're doing it. Pretty easy tactics, to be honest. A lot of this stuff looks really good. It's really well shot. This as well. So this is that thing, you just decided to help me. Spartans don't do that. Why would a Spartan do that, basically? Interesting little plaster. It's obviously, upgraded med chip from the future. This is a cool shot. Just kicks it. So it looks like maybe... maybe he's going to... I think the boot's cool. Anyway, it looks like maybe he's going to have a little tag-along friend. I hope this isn't like a weekly event where, you're going from place to place to get Forerunner tech. That'd be pretty shit and boring. This isn't bad. This is a bit wonky, but it's pretty good. Could be a bit better. I think if they like texturized it a bit more, it's very clearly CG, right? Whereas if they did the textures a little bit better, maybe it would have come across a little bit more realistic. I don't know. It's just a guess. This is a nice shot. Nice framing. To go from focus over here. And then as he turns, refocuses on him. It's a nice shot from a technical perspective. It's really well done. And it makes use of the rule of thirds. So framing, third. Then he is... he's sort of the last 2/3. But it's nice. Like, it's good framing, actually. From a technical perspective, that's really decent. What does one do with a superhuman you're not sure you can trust? Obviously, put him down. That's the aim. And then... what's this? Why didn't you make her blue and see-through? It's a bit wonky, isn't it? I'd love to see... If anyone likes this, can you defend it for me? Let me know why. Because it's a bit off. It is absolutely off. This is cool. Again, a bit, a bit purple. But pretty decent. Don't hate it. These are cool. Textures are not bad. Again, they've done a remarkable job on some of this stuff. Like, really, really well done. These look cool. Look at it, like beastly. They're just huge. A lot of this stuff I'm looking at, I'm like, what? Master Chief recovered. Something. I hope they don't copyright claim this, because I'm really trying to do this. Yeah. Something. Sacred Ring. So about the Halo, basically. The space stuff looks good. Again, I think they've done pretty well on a lot of this stuff. This woman has apparently been raised by the Covenant, which I think is a bit shite. Bit of a weird thing. I got the leaders of the Covenant here. Good shot, like really nice. Bit floaty. This dude's a bit floaty, white on. Dark character thing, but never mind. It's all right. A lot of this stuff I can forgive. This is interesting. She's coming through sort of apparently controlling. Like has an ability to control these things. Which I think's a... you know... It's not straight canon from Halo. There are some diverging things, but it's not bad. This is a cool shot. Again, you feel the weight of them as they walk and they're stomping around. I like it. I think, like, you know, when you're in these kind of costumes, you can look crap walking around. I think they've done pretty well on the swaggy walk. Anyway, Cortana, I'm going to need you now. That's kind of cool. This is cool. It's good. Like, this stuff's pretty decent. I think these shots are cool. I think on a whole, I think they've done a pretty decent job of a lot of this stuff. Find the Halo, win the war. Obviously covered in other people's blood. Look, I think it's going to be... I mean, it's streaming... Is it literally in March? Is that what it said? I think it said March. Yeah, this March. And we're going to find out in literally a month. Because, yeah, basically a month. What do you guys think? Let me know down below. If you're new here, do hit subscribe. Sorry I couldn't just do a whole reaction, but it'll be copyright claimed and no one will get notified. That's how they do it. Let me know what you think. Any other Easter eggs, let me know down below. Thanks so much. Take care.